Oh, shit. Wait, should we have come up with a name for what this is going to be?
No, we're going to come up with it on the fly.
Okay, we're going to come
This
up with it
is
on the
live.
fly.
We're doing it live. Wait, can you, what does he say? We'll do it live.
I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Yeah, that's an approximation of what he says. Ladies and gentlemen, speaking of do it live, have you ever laid awake at night in your giant California king bed, surrounded
That's
by
too big.
It's too big, but you're sleeping in it anyways, alone. Silk sheets, satin, all those kind of.
I don't think you should
mix
mix silk and satin.
I don't think you should
fabrics.
either. But Liz, I'm talking to the listener. I'm not talking to you. And you've wondered, I wish my voice could replace that horrible pair of Brace and Liz's as the host of TrueAnon podcast. Your wish is not granted, but we're going to give you something close.
Yeah, so we are announcing a new cool thing that's brand new to the scene and has never been done in the history of radio or internet radio ever.
Very first time.
Very first time. It is called the call-in hotline number.
We'll workshop the name a little bit, but yeah, I think
I was going to retake that one, but I'm going to keep it all in. We're doing it live.
We're doing it live. It's going to be called the call-in hotline number.
That's not what it's called. It's the TrueAnon tip line.
TrueAnon tip line. Okay.
Right? TrueAnon tip line. Now, the idea behind this is that we have an army, a silent army that has yet to be awakened. They're sleeping soundly in their California king satin and silk for some very weird reason.
Satin and silk.
That's actually the name of our new show.
That's
Satin
the name
and silk.
Dear me.
They're sleeping in their big old beds, way too big, like little princesses in the pea.
Mm-hmm.
And we're asking you guys have information out there. You don't even realize it. You got tips. You've noticed things in the world. You're keeping your eyes open. And we want to hear from you.
Do you have a blind item or a lead or a tip for TrueAnon that you would like put on the damn podcast? Because we're
not guaranteeing that it gets on the podcast. Let's
absolutely
be clear.
not. No, not even close to a guarantee.
The inspiration for this, now that my memory has been awakened, is that we receive a lot of tips from listeners. Like in IRL sometimes, in the IRL. And for example, one of them most recently had to do with a little Elon Musk episode we did a while back where we talked to somebody at a show and they, let us in on some information. And that led to a whole new little investigation on our part. And so we were like, damn, what if we put out a kind of like hotline number, a little tip line where people all across this great land
this wonderful
and see, because this is a global internet podcast.
So true.
Perhaps even, out in the universe as well. Who knows? Little alien guys, if you're listening, we'd like to hear from you too. We don't discriminate. But if you guys, this is a way for you guys to contact us and let us know if you have some information that maybe you think we should know.
Now, we do have to be a little judicious. So I really would feel uncomfortable really hearing any personal information from any of you. And certainly you would feel uncomfortable if that voicemail was played on our podcast. So please do not do that because we won't play it anyways. But just to let you guys know, we have a tip line phone number set up where you can leave a message telling us about your blind item, celebrity or, well, not really otherwise, but so let's say celebrity or political. Your tips on, maybe some unverified but juicy rumor you've heard about a prominent person, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Now, please, again, do not leave any weird personal stuff because nobody wants to hear it. But also, don't do anything that could get you or us in trouble, including, and I want to hammer this home, no identifying personal information of yourself.
Well, we'll protect you. We won't.
It's not legally binding what Liz just said there. We will not protect you. We will not protect you. We can't protect you. We have no means to protect you.
That's true.
So if you're like,
don't confess to anything weird. This isn't a confession line.
Not a confession line. Unless you killed someone.
This isn't, what Usher said. This has nothing to do with, our tip line.
Yeah, yeah. And so, if you saw mommy kissing Santa Claus, I don't know. I actually know Santa Claus is a prominent figure in American cultural life. So if you saw your mother kissing Santa
Well, it's
Claus,
marginal.
please, well, at certain ages, yes. But if you saw your mother snogging Santa, you can let us know that. However, if you just saw your mother cheating on your father, not my business. Don't want to know. I'm sorry that happened. So if you also maybe want some life advice, I'm also putting some caveats around that. It may not be good advice, but you can still ask for it.
Yeah, this is one big, great experiment. We're basically, putting our feelers out there. We're letting you know that this is a way for you to send us little tips, little solicitations, and that maybe, we'll take a look at them and see if there's any there. How about that?
And just to reiterate, there is a chance, if it's clear enough, that the voicemail will be played on this podcast. So again, if you do not want that to happen, do not leave a voicemail.
Or just let us know. Be like, don't play this, but here's the tip.
But here's a tip, and maybe we can sum it up and just read it.
Also, make sure to leave your social security number full, like all numbers, not just the last four. We need the first ones as well. Make sure to leave that. Mother's maiden, favorite subject in grade school, and then the street you grew up on.
And, of course, primacy will be given to people who are signed up for the joke $50 pedophile tier on our Patreon. Just playing. Liz, give them the phone number.
It is area code 646-801-1129. One more time, that is area code 646-801-1129. That's right. We did not spring for the 1-800 number because we don't play like that.
So, without further ado, I'm waiting by the phone to not answer it, but to eventually listen to the voicemail.
Jeffrey Epstein.